To begin, click Get Started and then click Start. Once you get to the questionnaire page, and it'll take a little time to load, select your family type. In this example, I'll select single dad. Now select how your child came to be. For more explanation on the conception options, you can click on the Help button at the top left. Click Next. Select your child type and then click Next. Use the back buttons and the next buttons at the bottom of the screen to navigate around the book builder rather than your browser's back button. Once you've selected your family type and story, fill in the names of the characters in the story. Here you want to use the names that your child knows you by. Once you've done that, click Next to create your avatars. Clicking the Help button will bring up hints and tips for creating good avatars. We really recommend you look at this because you can only expect a good avatar if you start with a good photo. Click on a character to start. You can start with any character, and in this instance we'll start with Emma. You can either use your device's own camera to take a photo, or you can upload a photo that you've taken previously. We recommend doing that because you can upload a photo that you've taken following the hints and tips. The system will take a little while to extract the head from the photo, so be patient. And here's Emma's head. So the best photos are clear, straight on, and are evenly lit with a white background. And if you use a very clear photo, like this one, you may not need to make any changes in the avatar creator at all. So for example, in this photo of Emma, it's so clear that the system was able to cut the head out perfectly. In this instance, you can just click Next to check the color of the avatar. The system will take a little while to convert the photo into a cartoon, but once it's done, you'll arrive at the color selector screen. You can see that the software has sampled the color from the face and applied it to the body. The illustrations in this screen will show what the skin color will look like next to the face. You can toggle the auto light switch on or off for different effects. It's worth trying both versions to see which is best, as it really varies from skin tone and the number of shadows in the photo. For Emma, I'll leave the switch off since she looks most natural that way. If you want to change the skin color, you can by clicking on a color from the palette, but be aware that the head color will not change. If you want to revert to the color that was sampled from the face, you can do so by clicking on the top left color on the palette. The most important thing at this point is that the face and skin tone match well, so your avatars look natural in the book. If you need to come back and change your avatars, you can, but you will need to recreate your book. Once you're happy with your avatar, click Next. Now let's look at a different type of photo for Dad. I'll upload a photo taken earlier. Once again, it'll take a little while to extract the head. If you use a photo with a busier background, you can use the tools to show the avatar creator which bits to include and which to leave out. Use the background pencil to remove the parts of the background and neck that are showing. You can change the thickness of the pencil to suit the piece you're working on. If you make a mistake, you can use the eraser to delete the line you just drew. You don't need to be too precise, and you only need to draw a single line. If you're on a mobile device, you can use your finger to do this. When you're happy, click Update to see the results. Use the foreground pencil to indicate parts of the head that should be included. You don't need to be very precise. Click Update to see the results. Now to round it off a little bit, I'll use the foreground pencil on a thin setting to just round the jawline. When I'm done, I click Update to see the results. If you're satisfied with the results at that point, you click Next. In the color selector, Check whether the character looks better with auto light on or off. In this instance, we'll leave it off. When you're happy, click Next. If you have a surrogate in your story, you have the choice of either creating an avatar for her, or if you prefer, you can leave the photo box blank and use an illustration instead.